And so it falls to Gambit to respond in kind after a quad overtime train game. Chasing that EG Astralis game of old, trying to beat it, just narrowly missing out. We start at 0-0. Easier to keep track for now, Chad. So
this one should be easy. 16 the magic number.
16 the magic number. Even I've got that one. And we're ready to get our party started with Heroic on the CT side. 1 up in the series for our grand final best of 5. This is Gambit's pick. I'm expecting all of the goodness. A very nice Heaven Smoke thrown out from Monster, and they just want to push on in. Shush tested. Flashes aren't there, or at least not catching him, but he still hits headshots despite the vision being denied. Now the bomb's been delivered. From denial to delivery, yeah, Axel, Shiro, they're falling apart at the seams here. They haven't got a single frag to show for it, just the one. Heroic run them down. Gambit trying to run into B.
Oh, this is going to be a chaotic game. And what I was talking about with the hyper-focus, right? The way that Gambit plays Counter-Strike is they do everything meticulously. They understand what is open, where the pushes could be coming from, where they need to be watching, and how to best help their teammates in all these situations. But the Counter-Strike that might start to unfold in front of our very eyes here is more resemblance to what we saw in Overtime of Train. Chaotic, faster, in-your-face CS. And that's where Heroic, this fresher unit, might come out on top. It's going to be Gambit with a 4 spike. Khalil's Scout, couple of pistols, and Nafany already taken a bit of early damage there to the Flame. 1xBet odds have swung back in the favor of Heroic there. You would have just caught that. And well, this Heroic roster, since the addition of the 2 new boys, still undefeated.
Yeah, and that's what's so crazy, because you just said it, I mean, admittedly quickly, 2 new boys. Not even 1. I mean, you know, we give players and teams a good bit of leeway.
Normally they want like 3 to 6 months, you know?
Yeah, well, if it's MSL's way, it's always 6 months. But it's true. You know, their teams need time to integrate. Clearly, Heroic have just hit the ground running, and if you win the final without dropping a single game, that would be quite the statement against the hottest prospect in Counter-Strike at the moment, and this is a perfect way to start. You've invested heavily, and you haven't even invested heavily in pursuit of SMGs. So now, against a 4 spy, not losing anyone, Heroic, this is dreamy.
These rounds are traditionally a problem for Heroic, at least if you reflect on Train. The desk was covering it off. You know, there were so many rounds played, but there was that CT side eco push on Ivy that Gambit won. There was the Glock round with the Deagle in there where they pushed out Ivy and really played on top of Stout.
I don't know whether it's the Cheesecake Lollipop, Chad.
It's definitely my voice.
No, I don't know if it's the Cheesecake Lollipop or the 3 maps you've just casted, but like if you could just do a vocal warm-up that replicates that, I'm living for this deep soul.
Okay, I'm getting a bit sexier, am I?
You are.
All right.
Like I'm getting a tingle in the dingle.
This might get everybody fired up then. We just need to yell a little bit more.
Okay.
Well, Hobbit, he's going to go down, and that right there for Heroic, based off of what I was just talking about with those eco rounds we talked about previously, is fantastic. Keeping it clean. And I think Heroic can really start to build on some of this momentum here. This is the one they have to keep clean, because it will be the aforementioned Glocks and a P250 out for Nafany. Now, Overpass, it's a map when we were covering the Heroic of old. It had a couple of different members. They were fantastic in this map. Always mid to late round, right? They would pivot. It would always look wild. You'd see Cadian running up long and the rest of his teammates over towards B. Well, Gambit are kind of the same. So I'm really intrigued to see how this one all slides together.
I'll give you a challenge. So, because this is an eco and they're just hanging out at spawn, right?
Okay.
The next round's going to be a gunny, and knowing Gambit, it's going to be a default, right? If it is a default, can you name their default?
Axel passive outside B. Then the connector player is where I think...
Hobbit?
I'm pretty sure it's... Oh.
I swear, dude, I've seen Hobbit hugging that left wall to avoid the wall bang and just walking up connector, taking it with mollies and...
I want to say it's Inters, though.
All right,
I might be wrong.
Okay, keep playing this game. This is going to be fun.
But then it's the other 3, right? Nafany, Shiro, and then Hobbit or Inters.
Someone's going to have to be doing the long hard work. Oh, nice from Refresh. Oh, it nearly was the dream fort. Finished off nicely. In fact, Cadian probably not complaining. The AWP getting an SMG frag is always a bonus, and he'll even upgrade the FAMAS, so nothing is lost. I can't think of a better start for Heroic.
Yeah, this is great. Cadian can even buy himself an AWP here, so they have all the rifles carried across and equipped. Cadian with the weapon that he desires. The same for Shiro on the other side of things. And remember Astralis the other day versus Gambit on this map? They tried to take the fight to them early on the CT side. They did that really deep smoke in backyard of Overpass and tried to push, and unfortunately were greeted by what was a rush. So here we go. This will not be the standard default spread because Nafany's over towards B helping out Axel, but you're right, it looks like Hobbit and Connector, so...
Got it.
You got me one there. Nades lined up.
Is it stack nades? It's just... Yeah, it is. Nafany's thrown one too. Bye! Oh, Destam's down to 39, and that's a... A little bit of damage to report, but I think Stound's just happy to be alive, to be honest. You see a lot of teams, I saw Complexity throwing 3, and I imagine it's for that exact purpose.
Yeah, and what Complexity were doing on their little look-in of Overpass was taking more sewer control, just like Refresh, whereas other teams we've been noting really like playing more to force them up sandbags.
Is he up on the ledge? Can we cut to Refresh?
Yeah.
So this is, we've seen so many teams battling for this spot. So many. Complexity is a great example. Rush was always here, right?
Yeah, with JKS, they were taking it transitionally throughout. So
what's the power, what makes this so, I mean, I guess you can call the Monster Cross, right?
Well, with the door open as well, I suppose it helps with flanks. And one of the issues is if late round Gambit get all the control they want, they can go up and down that connected position. This means at least they have to fight for it. They don't get it for free.
That's fair. The rotate's heard as well. You get a lot of sound cues from there, I'm sure.
Winters has made his way out towards the rocket long. We have 40 seconds remaining now on the clock, and it looks like this will be an A finish. They can leave Refresh where he is. They could even rotate one of these players back over towards A to help out Tessus and Cadian. But as they snake on up, it's 30 seconds. Another 10 seconds has transpired.
What's going on? A bit caged here, Gambit.
They have lots of util for this.
Yeah, but it's so late. 23. Na'Vi smiling, saying it's not only us. And now Tessus has fallen. Here it comes. The wave of T-side. Yeah, Cadian gets away, though, with 4 HP. And now he can challenge that plant. If he could just knock them off it.
10 seconds.
Anthony's found them. And more than just 1, 2. As they emerge through the smoke, refreshes his next victim. And with 1 second to spare, Gambit have a perfect T round.
Oof, that looked like that was going to be so difficult, but not even a single kill from Heroic out of that one. The mollies were fantastic, and they weren't operating with a crazy amount. It was just perfectly placed util, and that's what we've come to expect with Gambit. I'm sure Shush would love to get himself that AWP. Has he been spotted here? Albert's having a look on in. Shush looks away, so that's Gambit's first round. And I think that's a very good sign that they're able to win a round like that slowly. Because that was one of my worries, right? If Gambit are feeling the fatigue, right, comms are a little bit lacking, maybe we're only at 80% as opposed to 100, then that's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, I mean, comms are going to be a rough one for Heroic as well, because at 17 seconds you're saying, yeah, just stand still. Nafany catches Cadian. Like, look at this. Look at these frags. Hobbit narrowly gets vision on that push. Like, it's determined by the tiniest margins. And yet they leave with 5 players without losing a single player and putting their first round on the board. Tess is bringing a little aggression to the plate. He's got Cadian in support as well.
Downs in connector so they can stay fortified for this A aggression.
And already Nafany actually punishes. Sure, she had a little look. He thought it was a cursory glance, and now his fate is sealed. Stound responsible for this underpass. Aggression from Tessus. Into seems switched on, seems alert, seems ready, but he can't quite find it. And Tessus now has a huge amount of map control. He'll be able to start tightening the thumb screws. Hobbit's doesn't seem to be anticipating Stound, or does he? Oh, he looks away, but still adjusts in time. Hobbit pulls it away. If he can get away from this, yeah, okay, Cadian is not going to let that happen. This is a bit of a hectic start.
2 of them might be stuck here in connector if they're not quick on the rotation.
Yeah, Cadian's done well to get out of there in time. He can play from wherever, just jump peek long, whatever he wants to do.
Well, Refresh is about to call B clear as well, so as long as Tessa stays alive and connected, this is a chance. Oh, they're coming down.
He's not looking. But he's going to go down. Gambit just group up and now have a man advantage. Don't forget, Refresh was working on a flank at that point. Easy smokes. Refresh, though, has a chance. Good control. Stabilizes the spray for a little extra damage onto Axile. But Cadian, he's already been magnificent throughout this series.
They're going back.
And Gate going straight up towards the A site. Cadian can rotate in time if he hears this now.
How many nades do Gambit have as a team? Do they get like 10 extra?
Yeah, they've got the looting bag. They get it from the deep wilderness.
It just feels like they always have nades left over. So that bomb's going to go down, and Cadian with the AWP on the retake. He's won some clutches, but this one, Axel and Shiro, how's he going to get through the 2 of these?
No kit as well. Both playing the plant as 2 1v1s, essentially, which is exactly what Cadian would be looking for. Unfortunately, now with the bomb ticking, he doesn't have too much fun with it. No smoke, no kit. He needs both kills if he wants a chance at this round, and he is giving it a go. Tries to fake them out.
Called that clear already.
Yeah. I like the idea of the AWP shot and the fake, just in case. But he's out of there.
Yeah, he can just chill over there towards bank. He should be fine with this bomb radius. Well, Gambit respond 2 rounds quickly here, and that one was a bit more chaotic. Heroic actually looking more confident, and maybe Train's inspired that in them, because they should be out for taking a lot of these fights. They're very sharp individuals, And they took away a lot of space, right? Aggressive up towards the T stairs. Then they're pushing through. You saw Refresh trying to go for a flank there. Tessa's getting caught out, but that's how quick Gambit can move around. So with that saved AWP, I think the remainder of Heroic should be looking for a save. 1,900 on Tessus. Not a huge amount of cash money to operate with the buys. So there'll just be this AWP. And right now, where is Cadian going? Heading very quickly over towards A. Back turned, avoids the flash. Has a chance for a pick here.
They're walking up on that close wall and the tip of the head spotted. There's so many here. It's about to be a biff. Tessus' USP does well, finds Nafany, and they do keep that AWP at least alive. It's something.
Not sure how those AWP bullets missed there from Cadian. They looked good, and he almost had the head of Shiro as well, who's still yet to frag.
He's on his AWP now.
Yeah, 4 bodies remaining, and I think with this rotation over towards the B bomb site from Heroic, they may have just taken themselves out of round number 6. But with 1:10 left on the clock, there's still a lot to be played, and this is the marker that we've gotten to on every single map, right? It's been 12-3, 11-4, 10-5. Maybe they can do one better this time, Heroic. 6 rounds in the first half.
Well, we always get to 3-3.
Yeah, always. I don't think this one will be any exception. Cadian really just wants to save this. Next round, looking at 2,400 as the loss bonus. It looks like they're already setting up to try and take this. No, they're not at all. They're heading back towards B. Okay. Okay. Maybe.
Suddenly, they get loud and Refresh. Tucked in. Will he trigger discipline or will he just try and take one? He's checked and he does land a dink. Cadian's AWP no longer going to be saved. Maybe he can save. No, missed the shot. Trying to save the day for Heroic. There's the 3-3. Everything tied up, even and square. It started off with a nice string of 3 from Heroic, converting their pistol, and I was talking about the dream opener for the Danes. Well, Gambit have got the dream response.
Imagine if there's only the way that Heroic can win games is in overtime. Imagine if that's it. Like, the only way they can win maps against Gambit is in overtime.
It's probably realistic, considering how closely knit these two are.
Yeah.
Like, pound for pound, in the server, everyone seems to be able to give it a good go. No outliers one way or the other.
There's no defuse kit for this gun around here for Heroic, but Cadian did have enough to afford an AWP.
Yeah, and he's taking it aggressive.
Yeah.
He actually gets smoked before he can take the line, so denial of info, Axel even flashing, he really does seem to have had a good idea as to what they were up to.
Cadian just got tagged as well from somewhere.
And he's already scoping up Underpass. If he calls that clear, no Hobbit in sight, they must be suspecting something is up. Cadian, he'll have to have his Feckles up and be ready for this, because there's a lot as he emerges around this corner. Inters is the first victim. He can disappear now. That's a man advantage Heroic wouldn't have dreamed of, considering this contact play.
They're giving up sight. Tessus is just playing long. They'll already be in the bomb site here. Nafany.
Trying his luck. It's important that Stown stays in, doesn't go down before Tessus can respond and hold that cross. Axel's hunting Tessus. Oh, and that's a big chance for the late long lurk. 3 on 4, still an advantage for the Danes. If they don't fall to the spray, Nafany gets it. Cold-blooded murder. Trade's important, found by Shush.
Refresh is flanking.
Yeah, and it's going to have to be a damn good one because Axel, taste of his own medicine, gets it on the FAMAS eventually. Now, yet to frag is Shiro, but he is somewhat of a clutch hero. And a missed shot from Cadian gives him info. He's piecing the puzzle together now as the bomb does go down. Completely silent so far. He has not had any role in this first 6 rounds, and he's trying to nutmeg the smoke. What's happening? He's past him. He just walked straight past him, Shiro. His brain is throbbing. Did he spot it? Oh, Cadian's just about to spoil the whole thing. Yeah, Shiro, no games today.
10 seconds.
He's going for a 10-second one. He can easily knock him off it. 3, 2. Does he see the wires? Doesn't see the wires. And he's held by Refresh. Heroic clutch up. Nearly, though. Damn. Cadian with the presence of mind to just catch a glimpse of Shiro as he wormed down the fading smoke.
Yeah, virtue there of timing. Lucky for Cadian.
I want to see it. I wish I could.
Imagine if that went the other way, though, right? Like, Shiro gets to look in on Cadian, and then Refresh is left in what feels like an unwinnable one-on-one situation. So fate really falling in the favor of Heroic in this one.
You believe in fate, Chad?
Not particularly.
Okay, cool. Conversation for another time. Round 8. Let's get it going. No early monster smoke, worth noting. As we fly through CT spawns, it seems Heroic want to hold on to everything they have early. Gambit are going for a 4-man early fountain. Let's see if Cadian's got some util to contest. Certainly does flash them off. It's not going to stop them. And so this 4-man B stack from Heroic is certainly hoping that this isn't going to be... This could be a little bit Virtus Pro-y. You know where they just contact and walk all the way up Banana?
Yeah, I think you might be right here because the gambles from Heroic have been having heavy leans and presence elsewhere.
So how do you deal with Cadian? They rotate so far away, and he's missed his shot. Stick a fork in the round. Is it done? Tessus and Stound are on the way.
They're rotating back, and they have a lot of nades here. They need to dissuade this plant.
So do they, though. Gambit throwing out a fair share of their own utility, and another court just before they throw the smoke. They actually take the fight. Seems a bit skew-whiff, that smoke. They'll have to throw another, yeah. Big gap. No longer. Gambit into the round. Bomb now down. It's down. Careful now. They got peanuts in the bank account.
Yeah, there's already refresh starting. I thought he was just clearing in case of a super late Axel lurk because of how quick that was, but they are just saving. He's clearing the way, and they're backpedaling out. So that right there was Nafany, and you're right with that contact. I think in the previous, because they had so much room, for Gambit, they're identifying that Heroic are taking either their 4-man B lean early or taking risks elsewhere. Because the fact that Cadian went B sewer, then went up connector and got a kill, and then rotated around in that previous, you know, it's showing that they're
I see what you're saying.
Quite hyper aggressive. So by staying together, if they gamble correctly and the Heroic stack isn't where they go, then they're just going to be able to walk on in like that as long as they find the opening. And Heroic had so many nades, but they're just not there quick enough to be able to deny that territory. When you see a team like Gambit get back there, it's as the, you know, before they get to that lip, right? And then they're filtering onto the site and making it janky.
And something I'm really hotly anticipating, if we don't get it from Heroic, we'll definitely get it from Gambit CT side, is the utility you're in reference to, you know? We've seen them underhand them towards like Optimus side, just on that right side, I don't know what we call it, the plant box. You smoke on that, you're not going to walk through the close line, grey screen. There is a lot of that CT utility that can do to lock out the site, but as you said, yeah, Cadian just wasn't enough of an early warning system. They're bringing a lot of action now this time, and they're going to try and push the smoke. Yeah, they are, and just staring at the wall. Nafany goes down, Cadian snatches a double. Huge delivery, and Tessus, unfortunately, caught over the smoke. That was a man advantage, fought hard for, but now the AWP has gone on the floor as well. Tessus is out.
I think in this mid-round right here for Heroic, this is actually something that they can work with. Still 2 players on B, and Stound once again up towards long.
If you're Refresh, you really don't fancy your chances staying on that side. Yeah, he's actually going to deploy his smoke just so that he can have a bit more freedom of movement. Maybe group up with Shush. Maybe confirm that Short's no longer a threat.
The timing might be good on this.
Certainly. That door being open does really get you sketched out, though, when you know the toilets is also no info.
They're all here.
They're hedging their bets. They're gambling. And Refresh. He's got Short completely under lock and key now. So if Shush just holds from Short, as we know, it can be done. Many teams have been holding more priority towards Short here. This is the cross. This is the angle. This is where Shush plans to fight and win the round. Flash before they peek. They haven't considered Shush. And that's the frag he needed. Bomb's now loose on the floor. The man advantage returns to Heroic's favor, and they look to plant. Axar to bodyguard. Can't do much now. Refresh has deleted him, and the bomb is down, but what can you do? Inter's denied. And we keep trading blows. This grand final is starting to shape up to be one of the closest affairs I've seen.
What is wild is the 4 kills that came in for Heroic were with the MP9. Obviously, they had 5 in total, but 4 of them were with the MP9. Cadian just like an absolute madman, running through that smoke, running rampant, right? Gets them 2 clean kills. They were clean kills, right? And it was such a risky maneuver. Here they are just hoovering up, and he dropped utility, looking for AWPs, looking for all the goodies, and Shiro.
Oh, he got them both?
Yeah, just over the top of the smoke on that one right there.
Sheesh.
But you're right, this is really important from Shush to get that first kill, and then Refresh facilitated to go on in first. Meant to just be drawing the bullets. Draws blood instead, and well, now Gambit, they're buying back in. Heroic have not stabilized just yet. Right, you can see their bank balance. It hasn't built to anything crazy, but they have all the goodies now. There's no SMGs in the mix. Both teams with a full buy, and this is more like it in the first half, a back and forth affair. 2 teams getting stuck in, locking horns.
You might actually get another one of those out of the Gambit playbook. They do really want to contest any early info pushes that Heroic are going for. It's interesting because when I've watched Gambit play against teams that don't or aren't throwing that aggression in, they're happy to just completely not address it. Oh, this is what they were waiting for. Immediately react to the incendiary of Gambit, but they've got nades too. Flashes as well by the boatload, forces them off the line. Good use of util for space. Slowly spreading their creep.
Stound's coming back over here. There will be 3 towards the front of A. In time for this attack, and Refresh is set up again, searching for space. Tessa's, he could unravel all of this.
Yeah, this is a powerful setup. We've seen it work many times. Everything's covered on Toilet's side, but who's responsible for long as it's down? It is Hobbit for now, lingering at the tail end of this assault. They're coming 3-mans long, 2 toilets. The opposite for the heroic setup. Let's see how this works out. A smoke would be brilliant, and there's no gap in it. They'll have to walk through if they fancy their chances. Down playing anti. Nafny's going to go on what nades? Who's going to be giving them the cue? Oh, Barrel.
Spotted.
And he's reacted to them both. Hobbit's an animal. My God, the whole setup just got completely ripped apart with body shots and a spray transfer. Huh?
Simple as you like. And, well, now it's just going to be the save here for Refresh and Shush. Probably still reeling for how that fell apart so quickly. It felt like they had done enough to stop the attack. And, well, Hobbit...
I need to see that one again, please, magical operator man.
The problem is, because there was so much util thrown long, right? There was so much util thrown long that they had to gamble on that. And Cadian turning around, the position that Tessus was playing, he needs someone to bait for him. Otherwise, the barrel gets spotted just like we saw, and now the hunt is on. Axel, this is his domain. B backyard. How many scalps has he got in him? There's always a magic line drawn in the sand with Axel.
Yeah, he seems to know where he wants to stop. Refresh, hello, and goodbye. Anticipating another one, and okay, Axile completely denies any finances into the next round of play, round 11, and they are naked. 1400 for Refresh, no fun for him. Gambit looking to extend their lead here on the T side. It is 5-5. This would be a chance to get back into control. Look at that. And as Chad has highlighted, it's the smallest margins that determine that that is a double kill. The fact that all the pressure's coming long, the bomb is there, 3 people are there, there's steps and bullets. Tessus chooses to move his mouse a little more than he perhaps should. That's it. And Hobbit transfers into both. Okay, catch your breath. Let's go again, round 11.
Save is taken here. It's just the flash on Shush, and they're hoping to be able to push out here behind the fountain and just get a couple of kills. Hard to see this one spiraling out of control, especially with Gambit so tight-knit over towards the playground and party area.
There they come. Nice little double dink. That puts Nafny down and a weapon to be retrieved. Strafe nicely to recover. Enters. Got it on lock. So Shiro, yeah, he's got a couple this game. And that'll end nicely. Good damage. Really close to actually taking a couple more rebuys onto the Gambit roster, but instead they just nurture their bank accounts and are keeping themselves in a nice place for some interest.
All right, well, I've just seen Shush buy into an AWP, and guess whose hands that one's going back into? Not Cadian, Stown. In every single map that we have covered so far, the CT side double AWP setup of Stown and Cadian has been prioritized. Now, this is almost pulling the ripcord here. We're halfway, well, we're over halfway through this first half. This is the first time we're seeing this setup come out. It's expensive. It means there's not a lot of util. They have to make this work. Stown over towards A now. Oh, he spots a leg. He thinks better of that. Will be smoked off. It's allowing Cadian to pose up towards long, but look how much pressure this will apply to these B players. Refresh onto the SMG.
Exile's very good at this short walk up.
He's great at this shot specifically.
Yeah, he just goes looking. And Tessus ready. Not today. Flash for the long fight. No one there. Cadian has a sound cue to perhaps suggest he might want to check his booty, but it's Nafny that's actually coming on the left-hand side. Oh.
You see the leg?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter if Nafny comes from behind. I think they're aware. And Stown trying to ward them off the toilet side as Cadian tries to hold his line. Nafny's walked straight past him, won't check him. Cadian, the unknown entity here. And Inter's caught sleeping. That enables some space to be taken. CTs have drawn first blood and then some. Inters and Axel both taken down in the early proceedings, and with 48 seconds, everything mounts towards Gambit conceding 12. Round 12, just that little extra juice in the brain now.
They can go for this. Like, I think with the cash that they have left over, they may as well give this one a crack. Hobbit might want to sell something over towards B here. There's 30 seconds left, and just his presence alone on short should keep all 3 of these players
it's like
exactly
a
where they stand.
2v2 on A right now.
Yeah, big chance. Very big chance.
Yeah, just like a little wingman. Hobbit's going to come and spoil the fun, but here we go. 18 seconds. That's the smoke I was talking about. Look what it enables Tessus to play around, and Stown finds the first. 12 seconds. They really don't have a chance to get that bomb down now, and that is the dream. Hobbit tries his luck, has found the frag. If he could get the plant, that would be something else, but now Stown missing his shots. Thank God he's fit the second. Shiro dies a second before. Phew.
Well, they made the double ops work, and I said that they have to, and that's because Gambit have another buy in them. If Heroic lost that, they're running out of cash. It's not looking good for the tail end of this half, but finally a competitive first half, and a 6-6 graces the scoreboard. What do Gambit have to throw at them here? They haven't really pressed the issue too much over towards the B site. It's felt like after they knew that they could get that timing towards A, it's been more of those walk-ups, contacts, explodes. It was the good start from Heroic. It's been better in the gun rounds from Gambit here, but now striking back are the Danes. More of the same, much of a muchness. The default almost eidetic at this point. It's down over towards short. Cadian and Connector, 2 barbs, ready to deal with what could be a B take. We can see that's all a ruse. Tessa's tasked with bathrooms again. Cadian.
He's always mixing it up, isn't he?
Yeah, there's always in a different position, right? So it's not easy. There's not even a lot of demos to watch of this team to counter-strat too hard. So lots of mystery.
A nice reaction. If he finds another, Hobbit's there. He knows it's a possibility. The nade will warn Hobbit of an advance, and on the smoke, he might choose to swing. It's deep. Hobbit will be in front of that. Cadian hyper-aware, but pulled away by the shot of Inters, and he's quick to react, but Cadian's still there. And he has backup now. They know there's a lot of presence in towards that underpass. Inters seems to want to try and fight it.
Little do they know, A was open. That rotation is just coming back now, and Refresh is actually taking more space. He's hearing all of this. If they pivot to B with the bomb, the jig will be up. It'll be called.
You're right. Well, they're certainly readying themselves. They've got 2 there set on the site. Refresh is very quick on this rotate. I think he might truly have booked Gambit here. Shadow, quick. Cadian wasn't even looking at the screen, still hits the shot. That's all right. And the rest of the dirty work.
You can't save.
Not this time. Refresh is there to ensure it. And that puts Shiro down into peasantry.
Well, someone needs to get the Vaseline off Inter's webcam here.
Yeah, it's from the shoot he did earlier.
Making my eyes water looking at that right there, but he'll get to hold on to his AK-47, so at least something carried through. He can drop another gun in the next round. There'll be enough for Hobbit to drop an AWP for Shiro. There might be one player on the Gambit roster who's not operating with a rifle. Let's just wait and see how this one sifts on out.
So, Cadian, again, with more impact as the CT AWPer. It was 3 frags from him, and yeah, Refresh was the one to seal the deal. Frustration is mounting. Hello.
Well, pressure is on. They lose this. That's it for Gambit, right? Heroic with the lead in this series. For them, this roster that is undefeated. I know that we're still in the first half of this 4th map, but if they convert any more rounds here, they're looking good to steal this one away.
And if Heroic, the team that are undefeated after making 2 roster changes, proceed to beat the team that's undefeated who've been together for forever, that really is just the cream on top, the cherry, the whole sweet dessert ready for consumption.
Yeah, and it's more of the same out of Gambit. It is the same default. They haven't really mixed things up whatsoever. And because they're getting dealt a lot of these picks because of the AWPs, they're kind of scrambling in the mid-round. They don't look as polished in this environment.
They certainly don't. It seems like Heroic have created an environment which favors that more CT aggression-driven. Like, look at this. Look at Tessus. He is fully on an island, dude. He has no util. He plans to just try and do as much damage as he can and go down without giving them anything.
Yeah, maybe he gets a timing on a flank here, but right now it's just a standoff. Inters tied on his corner. Tessus, the same deal. Nobody knowing what's on either side.
Clears all of toilets and shoots Tessus in the back of the head. It's actually going to happen, isn't it? The reason Inters hasn't pushed yet is because he wants... okay, never mind. He'll do the work himself. Quick check. Tessus finds nothing other than being, I suppose, an early warning symbol.
To be fair, it gave Inters the ability there just to clear that close corner, because once trees called clear, he only has to worry about the close peak.
Smart ass.
But 4v5, round 14, and still no indication out of Gambit. If they want to end over towards A, they'll have to get through Stown, aggressive with the AWP, and Cadian, who are currently searching, but it is back towards the B bomb site, and Refresh behind the smoke has another one to drop here.
Oh, good grief. Shush is just even further rotated away from him. Maybe support from heaven, but...
That smoke will be there for the rest of this round. Oh! Huge find.
Yeah, and that's going to force the rotate, or at least confirm their suspicions. Now Refresh has got it all to do.
This is all Refresh.
All on Refresh. And he's already been the hero with 1. The transfer wasn't far off. He did take the bomb carrier down. They'll pick it up, dust themselves off. Swings in for a nice find. Shush, ready for it. Shiro tucks in. Aggressive from Cadian. He hunts the shot, but Shiro's too quick. And so Gambit will equalize with a 7th. Damn, it went all down in the last few seconds, that one.
Pressure all around this one. Holy moly. If Refresh gets another kill, that is probably over right there.
Oh, and he was ready for it as well. Like, he finds the bomb carrier, immediately transfers his bullets towards Monster.
Great opening there from Inters. And Hobbit's trade was quick as you like as well.
Gambit really know how to use every second they're given, don't they?
Yeah, I don't think there's a team who has better clock management than these guys.
Like, you know, we know because we've seen teams that don't have it, right? We know how silly it can look and feel for a whole half. Gambit have it once, twice in a 15-round half.
Yeah.
They are always on the, just on the nose of where they need to be. Now, Shiro's holding this. And a molly will force them into the fight. Never
Oh, the
mind,
timing!
they push ahead of the molly. Heroic throw the rulebook out the window and take Hobbit with him.
Okay, that's a big find. Katie and Zorb still in the wild right here.
Flash him off the line. They know where he is because he fired a shot. Might have to drop some util. He's actually going to push again. And Nafany can't believe his luck with no vision. He's actually taken the AWPer out of the equation with a Galil. Gambit can win the half. Gambit in good stead to win the half. Tessus is isolated again, responsible for the Intus v Tessus head-to-head in tonight's Overpass long card. Yo, he's not ready for Shiro, is he? Oh, spots him and adjusts just in time. That's actually big from Refresh if he gets away. If he gets away, he'll be pushed on. Big from Nafany. Bomb can be theirs if Tessus doesn't take it from him and he can't win his duel. A big impact round from Nafany. 3 kills from the in-game leader and the rest is history. 8-7. Overpass will continue in just a moment. Take a breath, catch a drink. We'll be right back with the second half.
Hey Future Pros! Today we took the private jet and we landed in Overpass. And this time we have a CT molly which will help you get aggressive in the fountain area. To do this molly, squeeze yourself into this corner. Aim at this corner where the wall hits the pillar. Then start running and throw the molly right before you get to this line on the wall. Now you can take the fight right to the tees or cause some hefty damage to persistent rushes.
I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you ran away. I've been living in the shadows for a while. Demons calling me from the afterlife. Dark doesn't faze me anymore. I can see my tears into gold. Yeah, yeah, I don't care.
Well, Inferno was overtime. Vertigo was a stomp. Train was bloody, what, 54 rounds of Counter-Strike. And that leaves us here on Overpass. Welcome back. On the half, we witnessed a close one. The closest it's come, really. All of these halves before have been 10-5, 11-4, 12-3. Finally, these two are inseparable. Overpass the map, 7 to Heroic, looking good to close it out and potentially take the grand final with an undefeated spree after integrating 2 new players into their roster against the very same Gambit that have been dominating everyone. Axile wants to push us to a 5th. And he's looking to contest early. Realizes he's on a timer, though. They'll be pushing towards Party, and just for a nick of time, he tucks in.
Just getting around that corner. And now he's actually pivoting all the way through long, so scaring him away are these pesky Glocks. And they've done their job. Backing on off. You still have Refresh parked over towards the B bomb site with
Hobbit
utility.
is already on the way, dude. He's like beelining it, knife out. He knows what's up. Door will swing open to confirm his suspicions, and they are loud.
Like an around the world right here.
It is. Bit of a matchmaking strat. A classic.
Heaven smoke. Flash is still coming. Wait, Flash is gone.
Yeah, and this is their chance. They've got loads of time, and they'll walk through Monster for the job. Oh, wow. Couldn't ask for a better opener from Inter's first test. Passes it with flying colors, and there's more to come as well already. It's all blue on brown. Only Shush remains, and he's gone as well. Damn, Gambit. That's one way to get a pistol under your belt.
Well, they all just pipped a head or two there. Hobbit with 2 to his name, and that was some great shooting. And this is great stuff from Gambit. The fact that they haven't tapered off individually, right? Axel has been an absolute beast throughout this tournament. And I thought that all the rounds that you just mentioned before on Train may really start to hurt this Gambit roster. They've been doing this for a long time. And they're doing it at the top level right here, right now, yet again. IEM Katowice in the EPL Season 13 Grand Final, all in the early stages of 2021. That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, this is like ESL 1 Cologne versus IEM Katowice champions.
Oof. Okay.
How's that?
Okay, yeah, all right. I see what you've done there. Will be this force spy from Heroic. Cadian's on the scout, already taken a lot of liberties over towards long. Past the tree at this point and searching towards top bathrooms. The rest of his team is combing on through the map as well. Bathrooms, next port of call. Shush has cleared out connector. Bullets through now signal what the buy is. And Refresh still just dealing with the backyard push of B. Take a look at the utility though. We got a couple of smokes here. If they swing on long, Cadian can get a tag. No one's having a look in at all. Look how tight-knit that is. They're just jiggling off one another. Axel even has his geeky little flash that he can do from that sign position through the hedges. Oh, got the tag. I'm not sure that was confirmed at all. Shiro down to 58. It wasn't a full hit.
Getting a bit sketchy on time here, and there's no more smokes for Gambit, so you can see Nafli, he wants to try and use nades in his body to slow them down, and he's going to get caught out if the bullets do connect, and Tessus provides. This gets sketchy now. Shush has hit the dig. It's all onto Shiro, and it's only the 1-for-1. That is insufficient. Tessus has the bomb, will be responsible for the plant that rotates in. Bank locked down, as is Bin. Inter's trying to crab walk as it fades, and there's nothing to report. Yeah, look, there's no chances being taken. The fact that Heroic can win this second round after conceding the pistol, the more they can keep alive, the less armor they have to reinvest. This is getting really troublesome now as Hobbit's been spotted.
They really want to have a crack at this. I think Inters wants to get out, and Hobbit's actually thrown away one of the M4s, so Hobbit's trying to grab something better than, well, an MP9, and that's what he's found again. So hanging around, collection mission. Flash has caught him, but he will get away from the bomb if Tessus allows it. And that was kind of Tessus. So 2 guns carried on through, and an interesting save technique there. The M4 was on the site. Shush wants to cut them off with the knees, and oh, Hobbit spraying wildly, gets caught.
Oh, he gets 2 onto the Heroic boys as well. Something of a consolation prize.
Huge chase. That is a massive chase, because now Gambit were going to buy in anyway, right? It's only the 1,400 loss bonus, so they were going to buy in behind an M4 and an MP9. Now you're talking 1,400 bottom of the barrel. Shiro has the most because he was trying to save up that money, but all in all, this is looking great for Heroic to tie things up 9-9. That is the Heroic that we would remember, right? Not the one that started this series oh so long ago. I think we're almost 6 hours deep at this point.
Yeah, they were different men back then. How long does it take for you to be a completely different body comprised of brand new cells?
Is it 7 years?
1 best of 5. One best of 5. Just the first 3 maps, in fact.
Okay, well, Heroic, if they win this, they'll have shrugged off all of the woes that they were experiencing earlier against the low buys and against the eco rounds. That has really been the bane of their existence in some of these maps.
Yeah, and
even on Inferno, dude. You remember Nafany with the Glock?
Yeah. I mean, I think the main point I want to raise is that I don't know if Gambit are particularly familiar with the territory they could be about to walk into.
Very true.
You know, for a team that has admittedly had a couple of close calls, but a lot of these wins have not been as hard fought or long as this one. This is going to be new terrain for them. Tested, your mental duress at an all-time high. Grand final hinging on the next few rounds. They've invested heavily into this one and already lose their Deagle armors. It's Nafany next on the chopping block. He's down low, trying to chop away with his own little axe, and his cleaver doesn't get him far. Shiro won't get much more either with just the FAMAS, and now 9-9. And I'm not saying no twice in German.
Here's the deal. The last team that Gambit lost to was Danish, Copenhagen Flames. Maybe there's something about... Well, never mind. They beat Australis, didn't they?
Yeah, NT.
That. Well, I did try. That was called reaching. But fantastic work here. Just the little details. Refresh being anti-flash that entire time with the most forward position, able to swivel around. And we are tied up 9-9. And even with Heroic extending the lead to 10 against these USPs. Batten down the hatches. Gambit are stacking over towards A. They don't even have a flash to help initiate this fight. Hobbit, Molotov in connector.
It's a pretty good name, though.
Molotov.
Yeah, you could, that's like, you know...
An alter ego.
Female rap alias. Weesh. Quick and efficient. Tessus makes sure we're not going to be waiting around in this one. It's 4 kills in the same amount of seconds. And now Hobbit looking to spoil the party. Tessus won't be getting his ace. It's going to be stolen by Cadian.
All right. Well, only 6 rounds now for Heroic, and they could lift that EPL trophy. And this gun round here for Gambit is not going to be great whatsoever. You can see Nafany already buying into a FAMAS just so we can get utility around it. The same can be said for Inters. Axar's light on, no Molotov or flash for him. Not a single defuse kit.
I do hope Heroic reinforce the gaming area, the desks for everything that might transpire if Heroic truly complete this Cinderella run.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bodies jumping up and down in that room. Let me tell you that much.
Someone needs to get one of those decibelometers or whatever they're called. That's definitely not what they're called, but something to gauge just how loud that room can get.
He's going
Fresh,
in.
Yeah, you can see he was a man on a mission. He's waiting for the flames. He's trying to catch a timing with a flash, perhaps. I don't know if he really wants to push it or just nutmeg. It's faded. Inters is staring at the wall, and that's what Refresh does best. A big one. Opens up the account for Heroic in pursuit of 11. Cadian's Mac 10 does nothing. Hobbit shuts it down. So the early exchange is nullified immediately. I love what I'm seeing out of Tessus, though. A little bit more of a second prong to their assault. All of that has turned attention to the other side of the map, and by the time that they return and start battling for toilets, he's already up long. If he could tuck into this tight right corner, which he might be able to do.
The buster job.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring him up, but he's getting checked. Shiro wants info and he gets more than he bargained for. He doesn't get the frag, but now they know where Tessus is, and jump peeking to confirm there's more long. This isn't great for Heroic. What do you do now?
They still have 55 seconds on the clock, so they're not committed to this. Their only problem is if Axar pushes forward and gets some bangers of kills, and Nafany's between 2 mines here. The B defense traditionally on this site, when they go back late, when we've watched teams go back late against Gambit, they have been fortifying Monster. It is just Hobbit over here because of that Inters frag. But they're going A.
And Axar already ready. And another shot found. Quick succession. Mows down the Heroic assault. Only 2 left to stand and fight. Refresh raises his gloves. Starts to advance. Shiro did get dunked on. He's very softened up for this push. Another nade.
Another nade.
The job here. He does. He finds Shiro with just the nade alone. And Nafany smoke, but he will fade. Will Refresh be ready? He's not. And now off the bomb, he'll get them both. Nafany was constantly in a state of flux between the 2 bomb sites, but he gets there and gets the job done. And that's huge. That could have been the start of the end for Gambit.
They really needed that round.
Look at their money, dude. It's still not pretty after a win.
Yeah, and they still won't have an AWP to operate with for some time. And traditionally with this Gambit setup, Axal and Shiro over towards A. Great stuff from Axal here with the multi. And Stown picking up nades as he goes to even grab that kill as well. But normally with this setup towards A, Shiro's operating with an AWP. Shiro's actually going to try his luck with a scout here. Cadian has the big green on the other side. This is a pivot round for both teams. If Gambit go down here, they lose everything. They won't have a lot of money to work with. If Heroic give up that AWP, give up the AKs, then Gambit will have so much to operate with, and Heroic will be the ones on the receiving end of the bad finances. That nade is great. Look at it down the back pocket of Tessa. Has 53 HP, and he hasn't seen a thing.
Standard util demands control of toilets. You can see that there is maneuvers, especially with a scout. Shiro's going to have a hard time not wanting to jiggle this for info.
Oh, spotted.
Yeah, he's so dynamic, though. He'll be able to move a lot, very quick to cross if he wants to. They drop a smoke toilets, and it's not going to stop this slow walk up.
I don't know if they're ready for this. They're very, very close right here towards the front of site, and utility's already starting to become a problem for Gambit. Nafany's...
Yeah, they got no smokes, dude. This is where usually where Gambit's CT setups can be brutal if they still have smokes in their pocket, but The incendiary clears the close corner. Axel
they're
desperate to punish. Heads are there, but the bullets go Heroic's way, at least for the first two. Refresh is still super detached from the pack. He's on inters. Do they want to go back? It looks like they're thinking about it. What's down? Sprayed down to 25. Just a slither of his legs spotted. Now with 28 seconds, this is getting a bit sketch. And a missed shot from Cadian. Nafany again with a high impact round. He is doing it all. And he's sending them into the rotate. Refresh will arrive late.
Inters his retake.
Yeah, but that bomb needs to get across, and it's on Stown with 25 HP. If Inters just hits one bullet, but Refresh has relieved all that pressure.
Tagged.
The tag is the only one that could have taken the shot.
So low.
They are low. The scout could do it all, but the bomb will be planted in time. Wallbang could have finished the job. Doesn't choose to do so. Now he does. Bit late, but Tessus is gone. Stown's still on the box as well. He was the one that planted. They'll know he's close.
Nafany!
Turned. Nafany's doing it all. He might even find the fourth. He's hunting now. Refresh has got two to find. And a really tough spot, but in the air, the flying no-scope to save Gambit. Oh, Refresh had him dead to rights as well. He'd have finished that spray before his feet touched the ground.
What a wild round. Nafany is an absolute hero. The fact that he re-picked into that fight, front A several times, he forced them, funneled them back into that B bomb site.
You will go A. You will not go A. You will not go A. Sends them back, and then even more so as he comes on in with a great timing down short. Shiro knew he couldn't wait. Just as his feet touch the ledge, he hits the shot and...
Jeez, wow.
Not bad dodge JPEG.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's so lucky to be alive there. And they did get that AWP from Cadian's corpse.
Oh, they did? Shiro's going to be loving it. Save some extra cash. Yeah, he's got 2.4k drinks on him if we close this out and go to 5 in a best of 5. Not too many of them on record. Full 5 maps of blistering Counter-Strike. 8 hours by the time we finish that one, I'm sure. A full shift. Really earning their paycheck here in the grand final.
Putting on a show as well. Finally, a back and forth competitive affair of a map. It's not just these drawn out halves into OT. But again, Heroic will muster a buy. Cadian back onto another AWP. And as long as they continue to plant, as long as they keep continuing to get 3 or more kills, Gambit will be under the pump. And this time through the smoke they go.
Shiro's going to get a good one here. It's Tassus's head that's popped. Incendiary, what are you supposed to do without that one, Stown? Get the hell out of dodge is the answer. Axel's cleared long. And moving quickly to try and take some space. Even knocked another further back. Refresh under a lot of pressure from that. The nade might finish it. Plays ahead of it, but still can't beat. Gambit suddenly looking like I have a firm grasp on round 22.
Yeah, they got some fight left in him here.
Cadian's in a very good spot to catch Inters on the cross back if he just bides his time. Time, unfortunately, is of the essence, though. 30 seconds. You'd have to start moving now. He's going to have to just crab walk in and clear it. It's a good start. Shush opens up the account for Heroic. And that's a hard fight for Hobbit. The Orb can beat him. They missed their shots, but so does he. 18 seconds. He's keeping him busy. Shush again. Double entry now into the site. They're both there. Nafany considering a boost. Yeah, they are. Or at least it's a possibility. Shiro has the cross, though, and just going down, won't find any more. Now the bomb's loose and the round is 1. Gambit, 12. It's Nafany that finds the final few frags and will take a nice upgrade for his troubles. Gambit, a 2-round lead. And the half reads 4-3. It was an 8-7 in the first. So in case you were wondering, this has been as close as can be. It's Train all over again on Overpass steroids. They are, however, down to 2.4. Might have to see Gambit get and secure that 13th.
Yeah, very interesting stuff ahead of us here. 13 almost a guarantee, and this would be a great chance for Gambit to keep it clean. But if you're a Heroic fan, if you're a Dane in the stands right now, you want Heroic to get a couple kills. You don't have to worry about the round. There's still plenty more to be played, but they need to keep this economy honest as Axel opens up the account. Tessus drops. The first body's on the ground. 4 more to find. You can see how quick they drop back. A minute 30 just pressed. And already back towards the bomb site. Shush with a gap.
Hello, Shush. He's doing it 2 rounds in a row. If he gets
Shush!
Hello, Shush! He silences Gambit for sure. Cadian, will he check it? He hasn't. Triggered Discipline enables Nafany to have the play of the whole grand finals. If they get 3 from here, no, doesn't bide his time too long. Doesn't want to get checked, but does shut him down into a 3v3. And now Nafany having long early does really set them up for success. If he had a smoke, look at his nades. He went double flash. Hobbit has one. Yeah, I don't have a kit. Oh, they do actually on Inters. They can piece this together. This is actually going to be quite hard to hold, especially now they've lost down. He was the close defense. Inters is on it. They've got a 5-second defuse. Sjuush can do it all. If he could just hit them through the smoke to your right, son. He doesn't find it, and Gambit do find 13.
Oh, dearie me. Sjuush almost absolutely silencing them right there with 2 showstoppers. What was that?
I know, Chad, you said that I shouldn't care about Heroic winning the round, but I'm allowed to start to believe when he hits that style.
Mate.
Like, look at this
the
one.
Second one. Bosh, caught
Dude,
that.
The tiniest headshot. So far away, just over the pillar. Sjuush, that's back-to-back rounds. He got 5 frags in 2 rounds. If anyone coming online, it's great to see the new name like Sjuush joining the rest of the ranks.
How is this Gambit's first time out? In what has been a back-and-forth game, this will be the first time out for Gambit here, and they tend to do this when they find themselves going into a crunch scenario.
Yeah, and we tend to do this, where we spend 23 rounds of intense Counter-Strike, then press tab and realize that the star of the Heroic show previously, Stown, has yet to break double digits. Heroic have been doing this with a limp.
Yes.
With a lost Stown.
He's not been showing up in the buckets and spades that I think the team needs him right now, and he was bullied a lot on train. So you were talking about Sjuush, if anyone's going to stand up. If Stown could do it, just to get an entry, just to get a clutch, just to get them something.
I mean, he won round single-handedly for them on Inferno.
Exactly.
I know that's hard to remember. Way back, as we saw them go to OT and take their map pick, it looked like Gambit had Inferno at one point. It looks like Gambit could have Overpass. This round will be a big determining factor. Let's get it going.
Oh, nukes. How have they not done anything?
They didn't touch him. The Z-axis of Counter-Strike, notoriously a meme.
Just wades on by, and now it's over towards B where they're going to turn their attention, but Axel already has all this info. They can start getting a move on with that man of Shiro over towards the B bomb site if they would like.
Speak of the devil and he will come. It's down the spearhead of this assault. Flashing in, looking good. Hobbit sitting duck. Nafli somehow defends his teammate's honor. They've still got more. This setup is powerful. It's potent. They're coming in monster. Tessus with a crucial second, not available. Hobbit denies. He keeps this fight fair. Gambit still have a man advantage, and I don't know where they plan to go. Sjuush is talking a lot. He's pulled Axile over towards the A site. They have a 2-1 split of their defensive adversaries.
Smoke, flash, HE remaining right here for Heroic to work with, and once upon a time, this was their specialties. Just being able to string out these rounds.
Right, with the clock, this does favor a little bit of a touch of the fakey boys. Hard to do so when you're only 2.
Sjuush would have to go and find a frag. It looks like they're grouping up for this, and Hobbit playing close behind the smoke.
What a boost on the smoke. Look, they want info or something. Thought they were considering it. Never mind. Hobbit's just going to lurk in it.
Look how passive Axel is here. So if Heroic just continue to walk forward, they will get the plant, and Gambit are just playing the after plant situation. Hobbit's getting info now. Monster will become a problem, but peered on into that is Shiro. So here they come. The footsteps are going to be heard. Shiro rotating, Hobbit on the flank. The bomb needs to get planted, and planted now.
What does Sjuush do in the meantime? He needs to decide where he's going to be playing that post-plant from. He wants to perhaps hunt on Axel, but now Sjuush has been spotted and executed from behind. Too awkward now for Kadeen. He's got too many angles. Axel swinging in. He's so blind, hiding in the smoke, and he's gone. That'll do it nicely. Gambit in very good stead to make this best of 5, a full 5. Okay, wow. I mean, honestly, had that bomb gone down and Sjuush just been tucked in from that flank, a very different round could have transpired. Axel given the freedom to hunt on Cadian.
Yeah, Hobbit got there very quick, didn't he? I was not expecting him that fast up the connector. It was looking good for Heroic. If they were given maybe just 2 or 3 more seconds to set up some post-plant positions, maybe they steal that one away. But as we move into round number 25, another plant with the loss bonus will facilitate this purchase. And both teams have all the guns to go again.
8-7.5. Now sits at 14-10, and the sun has fully set, apparently, outside. Let's get this one going.
This looks like almost straight in towards B here. Was that the one-way being lined up? Cadians will help dissuade the pipe molly. Lots of nades being limped on out.
He's going to drop that early. He's got a sneaking suspicion this could be fast.
Yeah, they're more of a passive stance right here from Gambit.
And they even choose to smoke the door. Wallbang from Nafani indicative of 1. And a nice one from Inters, despite the flash. They are going in. Need to see Sunbrown in the kill feed. It's only Inters. He's actually got a double. They're low, and the flashes are coming in. Does turn, but Inters is doing it all. Sends Heroic out of the round in pursuit of 15, and he's just handled it with grace, with ease. Cadian trying to be the hero. If he gets another, I'm interested. No anymore. Okay. Inters nearly made a meal of that one. Nice try. 15, though. It looks like the 5th map looms.
How is this the first Heroic timeout?
Good question.
You'd think they want more of a breather, man, but holy moly.
Fully blind on the first frag. Swings nice on the short. And Nafany stealing one away from the otherwise well-defended B site. Yeah, okay. Slight smile, but he realizes he's under a lot of pressure here. Margin for error's gone. You can't afford to mess up another round. Every frag has to count.
Otherwise, take all your time out.
We'll be seeing Mirage. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
May as well. Like, what's the problem with stringing them back to back if the call's not finished?
I don't hate that.
Take your time on it. Doesn't look like they will be doing it. Cadian's brought in. The rest of his team are following here. AKs, Galils, Util, no big green. And what's the call? Because not a lot has worked in the later stages. Ever since that forced by victory, it's been one-way traffic for Gambit to close out this map. How many more pages left in Overpass? Well, this isn't an all-in off the bat. This is more of the default spread, but Cadian's taken a lot of space quickly, and Gambit, heavy long presence here. Hobbit searching sewer, lots of moving parts.
Very, very indicative of how this one's going to go. Shiro opens up and spotted more. The fact that Stown is the first death as well is going to sour the mood for him. He will not be able to play a part in this battle for redemption from Heroic here on Overpass. Gambit, 4 frags away from the full 5. Wasn't anticipating that one. Nice timing on Refresh's push and another chance. Cadian can't tame it. He started to shoot first, just couldn't quite get the bullets in the right order. At the moment, yes, the rotate's coming. They are pushing for info, but Shiro has the support of Inters. 2 left. What have you got for us? Shush and Tessus trying to shape things up. Change the dialogue just a little bit. You have to clear this out first. You have to win the duel, and he has with a clean headshot. They've got 35 seconds here. If Nafany isn't too careful. Fake, they're scared of heaven. Shiro's already graffiti. Axile's pushing the issue though. Monster, quick reactions. Oh, so close. 5 HP, now Tessus. Gambit, 1 single frag. 87 points of health. And a dream. Shiro missing his shot. Maybe he has got a bit more of a chance.
There's no
14
time
seconds,
for this.
You've got to get the move in. He has got the strafe. Bomb, brother? Okay, well that's the end of that. Gambit will take it, 16-10. The best of 5 grand finals. ESL Pro League still does not have a champion. We will have to put our thinking caps on and get ready for the desk, because we're coming back with Mirage to separate Gambit Heroic.